Hey everybody, what's up? It's Alex here from Android Headlines, and now we're getting ready to unbox the Moto 360 second generation. Now, similar with the Moto X Pure Edition, if you watched that video, you probably already know. Our Moto 360 that we ordered through Moto Maker was delayed, so Motorola decided to send us a Moto X Pure and a Moto 360, to get our review started, since we are already pretty late with them. So if you're wondering why our reviews are so late, it's because of Moto Maker, actually. Since we did order it the day that everybody got their codes, and it was supposed to ship like 3 weeks ago. But as soon as those come in, we'll unbox them together in one video. We don't need to do a separate video for each of them. But here we have the Moto 360. It's basically the same one that I ordered. This is the 46mm. I did order the 42, but I also got the knuckle knurl design on the outside of the watch face with the Cognac Leather. So let's go ahead and pop this out. And here we have the Moto 360 second generation. It was announced back at IFA, so I actually haven't touched the Moto 360 yet because I wasn't at IFA. I was at Motorola's event in New York back in July, so I did get to see the Moto X already. But now I get to touch the Moto 360. So let's set that aside real quick. The boxing is pretty much the same to last year's Moto 360, except for you can actually see what kind you got from without even opening the box, which is pretty cool. So it looks like we have the same dock charger that we had with the last Moto 360. So you're able to just set it there and see the clock. So it looks pretty cool actually. And then here we have our charging cable. Which unfortunately does not come unattached from the wall wart. Not a huge deal, but something that we could use for another device. So here we have Moto Care, talking about how to use the Moto 360. So let's set all that crap aside and get over here to the watch. Slide it off of its little pillow here. So right here on the back, you'll see you have heart rate monitor. You also see it says stainless steel, wireless charging, pedometer, heart rate sensor, Moto 360. Let's peel off the front sticker. So this year they moved the crown or the button up a little bit. So instead of it being right here, so when it would be on your arm and it would be like right there, if you, depending on what you're doing with your hand, you could smash into the button and not make for a great experience. So let's go ahead and boot this up. This is a 4-wing leather model, as you can see right there. We do still have the flat tire. I'm not sure how well you probably see it right there. Flat tire is still there. The Motorola is keeping it because it means that they can get more screen out of the Moto 360 without having more bezel. So we'll flip to begin, hit English, agree. So now it needs to be connected to a power source. So we'll do that real quick and we'll be right back. So we've got it connected to a power source here. So it says you're ready, swipe to continue if it'll focus in. So it's going to start by pairing our phone. So we will go ahead and download Android Wear onto the Moto X Pure Edition and be right back. So now we're back. We've got Android Wear installed on the Moto X Pure. We also have Google Play services updated so that we won't run into any issues with that. So we have a watch, so we'll hit let's go. Let Google Fit user and store your sensor data. Connect your watch to Wi-Fi with Wear Cloud Sync. And now we're going to pair our watch, and it's already found it. And that other one has a speaker, not a watch. Android Wear always thinks it's a watch though, so. And now we'll need to get it paired. So now it's updating. So now it's just basically, you know, loading up your apps. Now it's been a little while since I've used Android Wear because I don't have an Android Wear watch that I own. So it's been a little while. So we'll let that update and we'll be back. So now it says that you're all done. See your watch to learn how to start using it. So hit done there. And it's actually still updating on the watch. But from here you'll see that it has the new Moto 360 you know, graphics there. So you've got that's the latest version, then you got the metal version there. You got your different watch faces here, which they don't look like they're quite ready, probably because the watch isn't quite ready yet. But here you get all your different apps you can download for Android Wear. You can learn more about your watch there, you know, all the good stuff that you normally get in Android Wear. So now it's syncing. Okay, now it's finally finished syncing. I kind of forgot how long it actually takes to sync all your apps, even though there's only about 6 apps on there that need to be synced. But now we're finally synced, and you know, this is just the quick tutorial on how to use everything. So it'll tell you to swipe up, you know, you can swipe to remove, swipe over to get details for the weather. There is a system update here, so we're gonna update that before we start the review process. But other than that, it's, you know, it's just Android Wear basically, just new hardware, which so far from the short time I've had it on my wrist, about 5 minutes now, I actually really like the watch. I do like that the crown has been removed a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, we're gonna have a full review on this, and as well as the Moto X Pure Edition, probably in the next week. Maybe a little bit sooner than that because we are kind of behind. So make sure you pay attention to Android headlines for the latest on the Moto 360 second generation and the Moto X Pure Edition.